Next question. Mr. A is borrowing from Mr. X at the rate of 10% for 1 year. Calculate, highlight the portion cost of funds to Mr. A measured in percentage term if Mr. X charges interest in arrears upfront. Upfront is also given a name as advance. Please go through the question. Friends, over here the question is silent about the loan amount. So just to make it simple, I make an assumption of the loan amount and I am doing answer. Randomly I am taking say loan amount of 10,000 rupees. Taking any other amount will also have the final answer same. Read and answer the question. Assuming that loan amount is rupees 10,000, comma, answer is calculated. Full stop. In bracket write down, we can assume any other amount also. Bracket over. Working note number 1. Calculation of interest amount. In that write down PRN upon 100. The principal amount is 10,000, that is what we have assumed. Rate of interest is 10% and the time period is 1 year. So the final answer is 1,000 rupees. Now calculation of cost of funds. To Mr. A in percentage term. Interest is charged in arrears. And then we are required to do interest is charged upfront. I request you to give answer for both the questions in the chat box. I just give you a small explanation before you proceed further. Suppose you have let us say a commercial property which I want to take on the rental for the purpose of doing my practice of CA. In that, say, you may tell me that sir, every month you have to pay 10,000 rupees of the rental. However, you have to pay rent on the very first day of every month. Then in that case, say, technically it is given a name as, so you charge the rent from me upfront. And if at all you tell me that sir, you may make the payment to me at the end of every month, then in that case, say, you are charging rental from me in arrears. That is what's the meaning of the arrears and upfront. I request you to give answer for both the questions in the chat box. So friends, over here, we understand that the answer will be found like this. In the first case, what will happen? 1st of January and 31st of December. On 1st of January you borrow, so you get an amount of rupees 10,000. At the end of the year, you make a repayment of the loan, that is rupees 10,000 principal plus rupees 1,000 of interest. So you make a repayment of loan rupees 11,000. So what will happen, dear students? It is like this: 11,000 minus 10,000 divided by 10,000 into 100 for getting answer in percentage term. So 1,000 rupees is the cost. You have used 10,000 rupees in the business. So your cost of borrowing is 10%. This is what's the simple way by which you can make the calculation if the interest is charged in arrears. Now suppose in the same situation we have the interest is charged upfront or interest is charged in advance. In that case, what will happen? Let us see. Today's date is 1st of January. End of year is 31st of December. Lender will give an amount of 10,000 rupees of the loan. He will compute the interest amount, it is 1,000. He will deduct 1,000 rupees on the very first day, that is interest is charged upfront, and only 9,000 rupees will be given to the borrower at the end of the year. We understand that, say, interest has already been paid, so now you have to pay only principal, that is 10,000. So now what will happen? We understand that, say, from the borrower point of view, he paid 10,000 against 9,000. So basically the interest cost is 1,000, no doubt about it. However, this time what you can see that, say, only 9,000 rupees was the amount that the borrower was able to use in the business. So 1,000 upon 9,000 into 100, that comes to 11.11%. So your effective cost of the borrowing is more, if at all lender is charging interest to you in advance. Your effective cost of the borrowing will be less if at all the lender is charging interest to you in arrears. That is what we understand. I request you to write answer for both the answers. Right answer for the first question. Please write on this. I request you to write down a note for the answer. From above working, we can conclude that effective cost of borrowing will be more if lender is charging interest in advance. Full stop.